Hi everybody, I'm Tia Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today because today's video is going to be about getting pregnant. Not the steps to get pregnant, but my experience while being pregnant. And pretty much telling you all my symptoms, how it went from week 1 all the way up into week 40 in a day. First, I'm gonna start off by talking about the app that I used when I found out that I was pregnant, and then the app that I used while I was pregnant. So there's an app called the Women's Log, and in that log, it usually tracks when you have your period, the day it starts to the day that it ends. It gives you a list of symptoms that you can possibly have throughout the entire time you have your cycle. Or like if you want to track down, like say if you have like irregular bleeding or whatever, you could put that in there. Different things like constant urination, cramps, dizziness, headaches, backaches, pain in your abdomen, pain in your legs, like leg cramps, everything. So when I was using this app, I had plugged in that November 15th of 2017. That was the first day of my period, and then my period ended, I want to say 4 or 5 days later, so like November 20th. And then next thing you know, on November 24th through the 29th, in that range was, you know, the time where I got pregnant. So on November 30th, I think I was home. Yeah, I was home and I was using the bathroom. And first of all, I'm just gonna put a disclaimer out there. I'm not one to sugarcoat anything. I'm not one to hold anything back. I'll let you know the nitty gritty of anything that I could possibly let you know about. So if you're not up for hearing about pregnancy things, click out of the video. You don't have to watch it. If you are and you're interested and you're planning on having children later on down the line, or you just found out that you're pregnant, keep watching, because there's a lot of information that I didn't know that I feel like a lot of people don't tell you. They want you to just experience it for yourself, and then you know, you could probably learn from this video and then use it towards your future pregnancy or your pregnancy that you're currently going through now. Okay, so November 30th, I was using the bathroom, and I think I just went to use the bathroom, pee or whatever, and I went to wipe. When I went to wipe, there was a little pink spotting on the tissue. And I feel like every woman, when you go to the bathroom, when you wipe, you obviously look at the tissue because it's just automatic. Like you wipe and you're like, okay, and then you wipe again, and then you finish, flush, wash your hands, and then you're going about your merry way. So that day when I went to wipe, I'm like, okay, that's weird, because I know I had just finished my period a couple of days before. So why am I spotting now? Now, in my last video, the Get to Know Me tag, I had talked about how my doctors told me that I wouldn't be able to get pregnant because I had multiple cysts on my ovaries. During that time, in between my menstrual cycles, I would spot, or I would just bleed for, I want to say 4 or 5 days, like a week after I had my period. So I figured, like, okay, the same thing is happening again. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna have to deal with it, because clearly there's no answers as to why it's happening. So I'm just gonna deal with it. So I'm like, okay, another episode of me bleeding because my multiple cysts on my ovaries. Spotting lasts for 2 days, and then it was nothing. I was perfectly fine. And then around December 12th was the day that I found out that I was pregnant. That day I had woke up, and you know, usually when you eat food, you're like, okay, I'm good to go. I'm eating and I'm full. I made breakfast and I ate it. And I'm not the type of person to wake up on time to make breakfast, sit down, and have enough time to eat my breakfast. I usually make it and I go, or I get something on the way. This morning, December 12th, I woke up in enough time, took my shower, got myself together, and I'm like, oh, I still got time. I'll just make a quick something like an egg, bacon, and a couple of pancakes. And I think some fruit too. So I took my time getting ready. I took my time making breakfast. I took my time eating, and I still had enough time to leave out the house and make it to work on time. But that morning, I'm just like, something just doesn't feel right. Like I listen to my body very well. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, something's different because, I don't know, it just feels different. Like, I know something's going on, but never did the thought of being pregnant cross my mind. So, later on in that day, I ended up having cramps in my stomach. I want to say it was probably like 11, because I usually had break around like 1. Okay, so like 11 a.m., December 12th, I was having cramps, getting dizzy here and there. My boobs was sore. I had like abdominal pain. So if you hear grunting, that's the baby pooping. I figured I'd bring him in here so that like he can see me and he doesn't fuss in the room because he just woke up from a nap. But yeah, that's him pooping. Welcome to my life. Like I said, abdominal pain in my sides, like left and right. Super gassy. If you know me, I was already gassy to begin with. So to be like 10 times more gassy, yeah, clearly something was going on different in my body and I just didn't know what it was. So I'm like, okay, Now, I will say that I didn't have constant urination, but I did use the bathroom often than usual because I could usually go to the bathroom in the morning. You know, you wake up, you do your morning pee, and then you go on about your day. Around like 1, when I had my break, I would use the bathroom, and then I was fine until the rest of the day, and then I get home, and then I go to the bathroom. That day, and a couple of days before that, I was going to the bathroom often, and I'm like, okay, not really thinking much of it because, like I said, the doctors told me that it was going to be complications and me getting pregnant, and not even thinking pregnancy was a factor. So that day, like I want to say around 12:30, I had a headache, and I usually don't get headaches because I'm like, I eat often, I drink a lot of water, like I love water, and I pretty much maintain a healthy diet. I feel I really don't eat much junk, but yeah, so for me to have a headache was different. I'm like, okay. So I called my husband on the phone and I'm like, I have break at 1. I really don't know what's going on with me. And he was like, well, for the past couple of days, you have been really tired, so maybe you should take a pregnancy test. So I'm like, I really don't want to waste my money because what if it's negative? Then I'm just wasting, I want to say it was like $12, $13. $12, $13 I could put towards something else, which would be food because I really don't buy anything but food or gas. So I'm like, I'm really going to waste $12 or $13 because you feel like I'm pregnant. He was like, well, honestly, from I want to say the end of November up until now, you literally come home and go to sleep. You don't really sit and talk. You don't have any patience for the dog. We have a blue nose pit. You don't have any patience for the dog. Everything she does gets on your nerves. And then on top of that, when you come home, you go straight to sleep. So maybe you should just check. It never hurts to check. Like, you didn't have to take a pregnancy test before, so why not just try it out now? So I'm like, okay, I guess if you feel, he was like, there's no way that you're not pregnant. And I'm like, you're really strong about this feeling. He was like, yeah, like, I don't know, all the signs are there. Me being me, because I'm listening to what the doctor said, I'm like, yeah, it's not possible. So I go to the store, and I think our breaks at this time were like an hour. I go to the store and I get a pregnancy test. 2 comes in a pack, and I took the test in the bathroom. I waited the allotted time that you have to wait before you know if it's a positive or negative. When I flipped it over, I seen a faint positive sign. And I'm like, what? No. Like, I just kept saying no, 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 over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, this can't be. Like, there's no way in the world that this can be. So it's now definitely a year later. I still kept my pregnancy test because I want to show Caleb when he gets older. He has this box of keepsakes. So I have like this box of keepsakes, which has like the little clamp that they put on his belly when he was born, his contractions. There were more contractions. I kept his baby's first pictures, his ultrasound pictures, going home outfit, he can't fit anymore. Got his social security card in there. I'm not going to show you that. His first footprint, the tags that they had on me and him, the tag for his crib that they had next to me. Not entirely sure why I'm showing this now, because I really meant to get the pregnancy test. The tag that they had in the nursery, because he had to be put under a blue light for jaundice, and then the tag that was around his ankle, and I think that's all in there. But yeah, so this is the first pregnancy test that I took for Caleb, and as you can see, it's a faint positive sign. Yep, faint positive sign behind it. So I call my husband and I'm like, you would never guess what this pregnancy test says. And he's like, it's positive, isn't it? I'm like, yes, it is. So he was literally the first person to know that I was pregnant, obviously, because like, why would I tell somebody else before telling my husband? So he was like, I told you, like, why didn't you believe me? So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's a mistake. Now still, not believing that I'm pregnant, I'm like, I'll just keep the second one for tomorrow morning. Maybe it'll be better because it will be the first pee that I let out since, you know, waking up. So he's like, okay, just let me know. So I'm sitting here like bouncing in my seat at this point, because I'm like, dang, like, am I really pregnant? I work in a daycare, and my best friend, Sydney, hey, she was like, well, what did it say? What did it say? Because we literally talk about everything. And I'm like, it says positive. And she's like, no way. Now, by this time, she's pregnant too. She was due April, and Caleb was due to be born 4 months after that. And she's like, that's crazy that we're pregnant at the same time. Like, we did not plan this out at all. No way in the world. Like, who sits there and be like, oh, let's get pregnant together? I think that's so cheesy. But we ended up being pregnant together, along with one of our co-workers in the room with us. Our other co-worker had her baby a month before Caleb was born. So she was due in July. So, yeah. So the next morning, I take the test, and this positive was way darker. And it was clear as day. And it says, you're pregnant. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, reality set in. It was like, wow, I'm actually going to be somebody's mother. Like, how long have I thought and dreamt about bringing a child into this world, having that motherly instinct forever, loving babies, babies loving me, like, not tooting my own horn, but toot toot. Like, babies loving me, working in a daycare with infants, not having baby fever, but, you know, loving and caring for people's children for, at that time, 2.5 years. And, you know, just putting my best foot forward to make sure that these children were comfortable in my care. And now that I was gonna have my own child, I'm like, wow, like, this is crazy. I can't really wrap my head around it. So that was week 1 to 14. I really didn't have any pregnancy symptoms other than being super tired. And when I ate, my stomach would gargle, and I just couldn't understand it because I'm like, okay, I'm eating, I'm not hungry, but my stomach is still gargling. It's obviously the baby like getting itself prepared to grow. He's so cute. So in my next video, I think this is gonna be a 3-part series, depending on how long each video is gonna take. Yeah, and this is why I'm going to end this video here, because like I said, he pooped and I gotta go change him. I usually have to wait a minute because if I change him too quick, he's gonna keep pooping while the diaper's off. Hopefully week 14 to 40 will be the next video. I'll give you the symptoms that I have from week 14 to 40. I'll let you know exactly what I did during those weeks, how life changed for me during those weeks. I don't want each of these videos to be too long, to the point where you're not interested in what I'm saying. So I figured I'd cut it short, split it into 3 parts. You can watch it, let me know, comment down below if you can relate to anything that I'm saying. And please like, share, turn on your bell notifications, and follow me on this journey. Like I say in every video, come along with me on this journey to see what life has to offer. For me, my child, my husband, my dog possibly, like, just come along with us. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. This is something that is very inspiring to me to do. I have a lot of motivation to get it done. And yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications for more videos like this or different content that I'll be pushing out. I hope that you guys like this video and you come back for the second, and then I will post after that my labor and delivery story and show you the little baby now. Hope that you guys like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. And I will give you the I'll give you the symptoms that, oh, you want to talk? Okay, I'll give you the symptoms. Okay, I'll give you the symptoms.